Hello, it's Tracy, and today I want to talk to you about the Dualless Chrome extension and how to make effective use of that in Google Meets. Dualless is a Chrome extension that would live up here on your toolbar in your Google Chrome browser and help you be able to split your screen in any way that you like. This is what the Dualless extension looks like up here in your browser, this little split screen thing right here. And let me show you how to find it. The easiest way to find it is if you simply open a new tab when you're in your Google Chrome browser and type in Dualless, Dualless. And the first thing that's going to pop up is the link to that in the Google Chrome Web Store. When you open it up in the Google Chrome Web Store, your screen's going to look a little different than mine. For example, right here, mine says remove from Chrome. That's because I already have the extension. If you don't, instead here, yours is going to say install and give you the option to go ahead and install it to your Google Chrome browser. Once you do that, you may not initially see it right up here in this list of extensions. You'll need to click on this little puzzle piece right here and click on the thumbtack button next to the Dualless extension. So for example, if I were to unthumbtack that right there, if you notice Dualless is no longer showing up on my bar, if I want it back there, I can go ahead and click on that and have it show up on my toolbar. So once it's there, you have Dualless. And when you click on the Dualless extension, it gives you several different options of how to split your screen. The bottom one here, that's obviously one piece. That's where we are right now. And Dualless always suggests what it thinks will be the best setting for you based on what it thinks you're trying to do. You don't have to do that. You can pick any of these options, and the window that's highlighted is where your current window would go. For example, if I click on this right now, my screen is split so that the window I was currently in is here on the right, and on the left I have another screen here. If I wanted to put them back, let's say I'm done splitting or that didn't work, then if I just click on the Dualless extension again, I could change it to another split. This is 50-50. Or if I'm ready for it to all go back to one solid window, if I click on the one, we're back to one solid window. And you can also have this split it out horizontally or vertically if you choose to. So how can you use this to help you in Google Meets? Well, let's say, for example, you are in a Google Meet and you wanted to present this checklist, this work information to your students, but you also want to be able to see your students at the same time. The Dualless extension will allow you to do that. So let me show you by starting a Google Meet. We're going to go ahead and close a couple of these extra tabs here, and you can start the Google Meet whichever way you normally would, from your ClassLink Launchpad or right here from your Google Drive. This is how I tend to do it. So if I click on Google Meet, you could also start it from your Google Classroom launch link there as well. So it doesn't really matter how you start the Google Meet. It's just an option that you have once you get into Meet. So I'm going to go ahead and start a meeting here. Not going to give it a name or anything because we don't need that, and so I don't get feedback. I'm actually going to turn my camera off and my microphone. So now you see that I am actually in this Google meeting. Now, for the purposes of the demonstration, I'm in here by myself. However, if there were other students or whatever, you'd see this list of people in this list right here, and you would see them show up as well. So let's say I have a class full of students in here, and I also want to be able to present my tab. So I'm going to go ahead and present or let's say present my entire screen here. So I'm going to go ahead and present now. And so now I'm presenting my screen so that if I were to have this up, my students are seeing this daily checklist. However, if you notice, I can't see my Google Meet screen anymore. So all of those people that were over here in this list, I'm not able to see them while I'm presenting this because this is what's showing to me. So to enable Google Dualless to work for me, I'm going to go up here and click on the Dualless extension. I think for this purposes, I want it to be 50-50. And so now I have my checklist over here in one window and my Google Meet over here in the other. Now, it's going to make me see those folks a little bit smaller, but I can still see them and I can be working on this. If I'm presenting my screen, my students still actually see the entire window. I can also do it by presenting my tab as well. So when I'm done presenting or like that and I want to go back to having a single screen, all I do is go back to the Dualless extension, click on the one. Now we come back to one window and I can go back to my Google Meet and do whatever I wanted to do and be able to see everybody again. So that's pretty easy, pretty quick and simple, and that's how you use Dualless. You can actually use it when you're not in a Google Meet as well. For example, I like to use it sometimes if I was working on, let's say I was working on some slides here, and maybe this was my notes and these were my slides, and I wanted to be able to have my notes open over here so I could refer to them without having to flip tabs constantly. I could be over here working on my slides while I'm reviewing my notes and have them both open in the same thing. I've even used it in a personal setting if I want to watch a video in one tab but still continue working on something in the other. So Dualless is a wonderful, versatile, free extension and lots of ways that you can make use of it. So I encourage you to take a look. And once again, to access it, all you need to do is type Dualless in your Google Chrome bar, and it's going to come up. The very first option that's going to come up for you will bring you right there to that web store. I hope you found that helpful and have a wonderful day. Thank you.